Halloween is an annual holiday celebrated on October 31st. It is easily one of the most popular holidays in America today. But where did it come from? The origins of Halloween can best be traced through a lot of different traditions. The first of the traditions came from a tribe warrior who lived on the British Isles. They were known as cows, as they celebrate holiday known as Samhain. Samhain was celebrated at the end of October. Third, we celebrate Halloween. Samhain was one of their most important holidays as it represented the transition from summer to winter. The cows believe that on this night, those who had died in the previous year could walk the earth once more to appease the souls. The cows would parade to the edge of their village with offerings, trying to encourage the souls to stay away from their homes. Aside from the Celtic tradition of Samhain, the ancient Romans also provided some of the early roots of Halloween. The Romans celebrated harvest holiday known as Pomona. This holiday was in honor of a Roman goddess who was the goddess of gardens and fruit. Several hundred years after the Romans and Celts, another influence affected the history of Halloween. The Catholic Church began recognizing November 1st as All Saints' Day. This was a holiday which honored all ethnic saints who did not already have holiday of their own. All Saints' Day also become known by the name All Hallows Day. First, the night before All Hallows Day became known as All Hallows Evening or All Hallows Eve. Over the course of time, as the holiday moved from country to country, the term All Hallows Eve was altered and manipulated and eventually became Halloween.
Now we move on to the food. Food is one of the things can miss in this festival, but Halloween is one of the early holidays where we don't gather around the dinner table for a big family meal. Halloween involves many food traditions, some with Asian roots. Pumpkins, apples, and candy that is decorated with horrible shapes like monsters is consumed in massive quantities in this day. Candy apples, also known as toffee apples, is the most valuable Halloween snack. It is whole apples covered in a hard sugar candy coating. They are almost always served with stick of sauce in the middle, making them easier to eat. Toffee apples are a common treat at autumn festivals in Western culture, such as Halloween, because these festivals fall in the wake of annual apple harvest. Next is shortcake. It's an old British Halloween tradition. Before the candy treats people eat today on Halloween, shortcakes were very popular, especially in the 8th century and West. This cake is small and round, often containing bread and spices were made for All Souls' Day, the days after Halloween. At that time, when trick or treating, children ran door to door singing the song Soul Cake.
Please, good Mrs. A soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum, or a cherry.
This is traditional custom here, and saying prayers for the dead to receive soul cakes in exchange. For each cake received, a prayer was said for the dead. Kokenan. This is a simple dish made with fried potatoes, cabbage, and raw onions. It is traditionally eaten on Halloween night. Traditionally, coins were wrapped in pieces of paper and put into children's cocoon for them to find and keep. Sometimes, people also hide a ring in the cocoon. Whoever finds the ring will be married within the year. And the last one is the bread cake. which is a fruit bread. Each member of the family gets a slice during the meal. There will be a piece of bread, a coin, and a ring in each cake. If you get the rank, then your financial future is not good. If you get a coin, then you can look forward a good year. Getting the ring is the sign of romance and happiness.
Now, let's move on to Halloween activities. The first thing to do is change the view around your house, both inside and outside. When you decorate the outside, you can have a tombstone here, tombstone there, and another tombstone that is completely crooked or falling over, and throw some skull around the ground. You also can paint the window to make it like the crack and make it look like a person is trapped inside by putting a dummy with its hand pushes against the windows. First thing to try when change the inside view is make your furniture look like Halloween ready. Light up the home, plate up the pumpkins, add a few specimen jars to the home, have a spooky words. Cover your home with crappy surprises. One of the funniest things about Halloween is apple blowing. The apples are placed in large stubs. Players will have to take the apple from the bowl without using their hands. And another activity is mask making. To avoid being recognized by ghosts, people often wear masks, so such ghosts will mistake for other spirits. That's why traditional Halloween costumes are usually vespers, witches, and monsters. One of the special activities is trick or treat. Trick or treat is a costume for kids on Halloween night. Children in Halloween costume and carry a candy bag from houses to houses demanding candy, sometimes asking money. Trick or treat. The children will be mischievous, spoiling the owner or their property if they do not give candy. There are pumpkins with the inside rainbows and eyes, mouth, and a nose cut into one side. A candle is placed inside the empty pumpkin and the night creates the scary face effect. In the past, people used potato or turnips to make lanterns, but nowadays pumpkins are more popular. They are easier to cut and you can buy them in supermarkets. People use pumpkin lanterns to decorate their home as Halloween. Dressing up is another activity. People of all age dressing up on Halloween. The most popular fancy dress costumes include witches, ghosts, zombies, and monsters. And the last activity is Halloween parties. At the end of October, you can go to Fine Night. What is Fine Night? People say that in Britain, British Halloween party, and it attracts many people each year. There are activities for kids, teenagers, and adults, including fancy dress catwalk, urban dance, and a monster in the fountain and zombie garden, as well as the traditional apple blowing and the competition for the best pumpkin lantern. If you don't have a big Halloween party in your area, some people have parties at home or at young club where they dressing up and play scary games or tell ghost stories.
Significance of Halloween Festival. Halloween is an exciting event in over the world, and after it has so much of meaning that I want to show you. And the first meaning is educational meaning. Dress action and life has been the appearance of young people, drawing from a human lesson. Living should not be greedy, stingy, but have humanity, compassion, and do not play with the devil. Gods are literally filled to game, scarecrows, mischievous ideas created by intelligence and imagination of the youth that can harm people and society. Playing with the devil will be tempted to go into darkness and sin. However, the story of Jack's boy on Halloween night also recalled the fair attitude of the devil. It is repay the favor, repentance, and keep the promise. Although this promise has made Jack falling into the situation of the soul's wandering. For European and American societies, Halloween has become an annual fun festival for children and adults alike. And the next meaning, humanity's meaning. If you dig deeper, you will probably find duplicity in the story. Let's ask the question, why is the light of science and technology with European countries and the United States still spend a festival for people of the realms that presented Jack? Jack is a fantasy character but has actually embodies himself in life, in his human condition, but as a lonely person. When he dies, Jack becomes a ghost, no place to live. Heaven and hell are all rejected. The tradition of European and American festivity has given Jack a day. One day is to return to the ocean realm. On that day, Jack can live happily ever after, because living people has disguised as gods, so that Jack's soul has a place to wrap himself alone. This is the cone line of Halloween with the human meaning. The festival of Halloween can be considered as the two realms of yin and yang in great comparison. This is the two meaning of Halloween festival. Is it completely useful for it about its life, don't playing with the devil, and Halloween also is an occasion for us in trying the special things in festival. Hope you will have a good memories about this.